Hey everybody, and welcome to my In5 series on the SP404 Mark II, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. Wild Fluss over on the Reddit SP404 subforum asks how you can edit TRREC events that have, I'll say, are lower than a 16th note. There's a little bit of a confusion on what the notes are and called, but we'll get into that in a second. That got sorted in the video. I'm just going to hit record. I hit the pad. We're going to come in here, and if you want to toggle between real time and TRREC, just hit remain. I'm going to drop down to 1 bar so we see the cursor on the screen at all times. And effectively what we have right now here is a 90 BPM pattern that's 1 bar, and each note represents a 16th note. So if you want to play like a kick drum every quarter note, you're just going to drop it on 1, 5, 9, and 13. Because 1 through 4, 5 through 8, 9 through 12, and 13 through 16 are effectively quarter notes. If you wanted to program in like hi-hats, at 8th notes, you just do a pattern that looks like this. And if you wanted to do like 16th notes, you just put a note on every single step. That's 16th notes. If we want to get more complicated than this and have 32nd notes, the easiest way to do this is to use substep. And you just rotate control knob 1, and we have 2 substeps here. So now we can program in 30-second notes. That's what 30-second hi-hats sound like. Take that off. If you want to do triplets, you just go, you can see it's a little bit finicky sometimes to get this in here, but we can get like triplet ratchets and things going. Not a problem. And you can go all the way up to effectively 64th notes. So that's going to play 4 hi-hats. So you can really get in here per step and use substep as a way to get in all kinds of crazy patterns. I don't think it covers every single pattern. The last time I looked, it didn't. It was pretty close. But yeah, you can do all kinds of fun little things here. Now, if you want to actually put on the grid while you're in TRREC multiple notes, the best way to do this is going to be to double tap like rec here, and you're going to see it recorded it. It's only showing 1 note. And the way that you're going to be able to, or the way you have to go in, if you want to edit a event that has 2 notes, you have to hold pattern edit, and in this case, pad 15. And this is getting us into microscope. And you can see my timing was not great. We probably want to have this on the 0, so I'll just dial this down to 0. And if we wanted the other note to be, the second note to be on where the 32nd note would be, I have to use control knob 1 to adjust which item is on here. You can get like tons of notes on here, so you can go crazy. But I'm going to dial this down to 60 because this goes from 0 to 120, so 60 is going to be the halfway point. So this would be one way to do this if you wanted to be able to do it. You have to use microscope to get in there and see the multiple events that are sitting on a note. Now you might ask, I want to be able to actually see these. Well, there is a way to do this within the constraints of what the BPM is. So the SP404 Mark II can go from 40 BPM up to 200 BPM. So in this case, I'm working at 90 BPM. I can actually double this. And if you double the BPM, then you need to also double the amount of bars that you have to work with. So as I'm explaining this, if we come in and go record, I go set BPM to 180 because I have the room to do it. I now, as I said, if I want 1 bar at 180, or if I want 1 bar at 90 BPM, then I double to 180 BPM, and I double the length to 2 bars, and I just hit record. And you can see the cursor's going far faster. So in this case, if I want to do a 4 on the floor that like I had before, I'm going to have to do 1, 9, and 1, 9. And that's going to be the same BPM, but as you can probably see here, I'm getting the room now to be able to do hi-hats. So if I wanted to do hi-hats like I had before, that were like, this is doing 16th note hi-hats. This would be as if in the 90 ppm version, I filled up every single pad. And if I want to go do 30 seconds, I just basically come in and I'm making twice as many events. And I'm not messing around with substep or anything else. I'm going to turn the volume down just because it's getting a little heavy in the headphones. But again, if you have the BPM, this is another way that you can increase the amount of steps that you have access to on the SP404 Mark II. So you have to be working at a speed that's less than 100 BPM to do this, but it can work. Anyway, I hope that helps you out, WildFloss, and I hope it gets you a couple different ways to approach this problem and maybe shows you a couple things that maybe you didn't know. Everybody, thanks for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good, and peace.